See how the neck is starting to get smaller as the head is getting smaller. Okay, I'm going to shape, like I said, what I like to do is I like to just get things started. We know where the head is going to be, where the face is going to be, and where the nose is going to be, and so on and so forth. I think we're going to have to get the chisel in there. I'm going to leave the face for right now, and I want to shape the head or the hair just a little bit more around. I think that we got way too much hair. We can. I like this, the thickness of this hair here, but I need for it to go in more, going into the hat. And then after this, I think I'm going to start shaping the hat a little more. Get out of there. Got to shape the hair and the hat together. Finger out of the way. Like I said, this is kind of fast pace, and I'm trying to keep it as fast paced as possible here. But it's kind of, sometimes it can get kind of dangerous being fast with a knife in your hand. Oh boy, does that look hacky. That looks super hacky. I think I'm a little leery about doing this on a slip of the knife here. There. A little better. See, it's starting to shape up a little bit. Same with this side. Quite a bit of shaping and reshaping. Yeah, I'm going to work around the hat a little more here. Now the hat is going to be basically rounded, like this, or what I got planned for. If I can get, you can see it. I want to be careful here. I think I might want to bring that up some more. I don't want this to be like a cowboy hat. I mean, a cowboy hat would scoop like this. I want this more of a floppy hat. And the thing is, I'm having a little difficulty doing this with the camera. I can do it better on my lap, but and I'm thinking that's what I might have to do. I'll just get you started here, and then I'll finish it up, and I'll show you what I mean. Now this will come to a point. That's basically almost all witches' hats do. Okay, I think that's what I want to do, is leave that right now. I mean, what can I do? Yeah, I can leave that right now and shape it later. I think what I want to do is I want to work my way back down, I think from down up, but before I do that, I want to get the shoulder here. Like I said, oops. Where's my measuring device? From here, no, that's going to be the bridge. Yeah, right there, it's perfect. That's this, yeah, the center. That's what I had before. So therefore, that area there, get our center line back in, is supposed to be the shoulder. Now it depends on how puffy I want this to be. I want this to be kind of puffy, so what's going to happen is this. I'm going to do this for now. Now this is where the shoulder really is supposed to be. Let's do a good chip cut here, and I think we can form the puff later. I want to establish the shoulder, neck. Keep going off screen here. There we go. A little cleaning. See, that's where the shoulder is going to come down. Same with the other side. There. That should pop out of there relatively. There's the puff. And then I want to come in here a little bit. Bring that puff out a little more. Same with on the other side. Now the head is still pretty big and the legs are pretty big. The rest of the figure actually a little, not too much. Let's take a little bit off there while we're at. Depends on how you got yours and how you want yours to look. Well, we'll still working at it. My Band-Aid is already starting to come apart here. There. A little better. Let's get down to the feet here again. See, still kind of shaping it around. I think the back of the head. We have the back of the head. Yeah, before I get to the feet, let's do just a little bit in the back of the head here. Because we are getting pretty close to all the major wood. Taking off big chunks of wood. We're getting pretty close to being done with that. Yeah, my Band-Aid is coming apart here. So we'll get that out of there. Want it to be rounded. There, a little better. Now we can kind of work with that a little later, how we want to do it. But it is pretty darn ugly as far as these pieces here. Like I said, I want to work with the legs a little more now. What may happen here is that we're going to bring the legs probably closer together. So at this spot here, this is probably like one of the whitest spots. Right here. Pencil. And that is going to, now the legs are going to come in more from there. Oops. That is supposed to be the widest. Let me do it on this side. I know my hand is covering it up. Just trim it and then start going in. You notice here how it's wide and then you start coming in. Get everything out of the way here. There. Coming in quite a bit. Going around that a little bit. Same on this side. And rounding it. I think this part is still coming out too far. There. And the center. Start digging. Where's the pencil? What's going to happen here? It's going to. This might separate a little bit. I don't want it to separate too much because then you got to dig in there, so I don't want to dig in too much. Let's get that out of there. thing here. Straight down. Oh, I think I goofed up here. I goofed up on the cut here. Because it's hard to get into. That's probably about as deep as I want it to go. And I'll probably end up using a bead tool to clean that out. I have to use a smaller bead tool. But in the meantime, I'm going to round that a little bit. Because she is wearing boots. Of course, she is wearing pants too. Take a look at that and see, make sure that you're up to snuff at least to this point. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to kind of clean it up, and it's kind of hard to do, especially the hat. It's somewhat done. There's going to be a lot of undercutting and adjusting and so on. So I'll be back. Okay, some cleaning up. I did some cleaning up here and there around the hat. Oops, there's still a little bit of, there we go. And so I drilled a hole in through the hand, all the way through. I don't know if you can see that going all the way through. I don't know if I can do this so you can see all the way through. Anyways, it goes all the way through both hands. Because I'm going to have her holding a broom. Here's the broomstick. And the broom, now the broom handle is 1/4 inch dowel is what I got. But the hole is a little less than 1/4 inch dowel because I still want to shape this so it looks like that I've carved it instead of it just being a dowel. And then I took a 3/4 inch piece of wood, drilled a hole in it, and then we're just going to carve the broom around there. But that's later. I want to start shaping the hands right now. I got myself some little bit of tool that I made here, the hand being closed. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the pencil, where are you? And start with the, now the hands will be, the thumb will be together. So this hand is this hand right here. So we want to go, there's the hole. Basically where the hole is where the knuckle is going to be. And I did get a little too close here. Let me get up here a little closer here. Just in my nice way here so they don't jangle as much. Probably will. And so I'm going to go here. Like so. Same with the other side. Where's the knuckle? That was my hole drilling guide there, and I wanted it to be just a little lower. Same thing. Come up. And we're going to do that all the way through. We'll come in this direction later. It's going to be like this. This is this hand here. But I'm not too keen on having the hand open. I think I'm going to have the hand more closed, Because if it's open, because then all you got is the thumbs to hold on to, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that. Well, let's see what we can do with that. Knife or chisel. Where are you? There you are. We're going to be shaping the dress a little bit, or the cloak a little bit later. I'd like to see how this all connects first. I'm not concerned about shaping the hands as far as vertically. I'm more horizontally, you know, where I got my knife. But I'll go at an angle like that. Here. I think we'll be needing a stop cut here. Take a little bit out of there. There we go. A bit more. Same here. Oh, jeez. I don't know if that startled you more than it did me. I like to get as close as I can to the camera. I mean, I've seen videos before that, you know, what the heck are you? I can't see you. Can't see what you're doing. And I debated with another guy. We kind of debate what would be better, to have the camera on the left side or the right side. So I can have it the right side, like you're over on my right shoulder. Getting there. Get out of there. Yeah, detailing later. Okay, good start. Other side. Oops, forgot the stop cut here. See, it's just starting to take shape. I think I took a little too much. We'll see. All right. I think that this arm right now, or the wrist, is thinner than this. I'm not sure, but when we get to the final shaping stages. Now what I like to do is I want to bring these in as close as possible. The reason why I want to bring the arm in as close as possible is then I don't have to deal with digging here. The farther this is out, the more I have to dig in here. But I think, I remember he's just holding it like this, the thumb. So in other words, the thumb is going to disappear. See, look at this picture here. See how the thumb disappears? And since the thumb is on the, I want the wrist in the back. Or no, what do I want? No, I want the thumb out, I'm sorry. The thumb would be out, I'm sorry. Doy. So it's going to be more like this guy here. And then I want it closed. Turn around. I always like to start with the easy one first, and then you can work with the hard one later. Now I want the hand, like I said, I want the hand to come down more this way and come out. Here's the thumb. Here's the fingers. Eraser. Take this line out of there, can I? Or would I just be making it worse? Come down. Thumb is like this. Fingers are like this. No, no, no. Thumb is going to come in. Out. Sorry. There you go. Kind of an S there. I'm going to start with my V-tool. Just feed this in right here, just this part here. And then I want to V like that for the thumb. Don't want to crash into the thumb. Thumb's going to bend. So. Knocks too much out of there. And like I said, I wanted this to come in more. Looks good this way, all the way around. I want to go in with, this is what I want to be really careful of. Now I put the fingers past the hole because I don't want to get into the hole. But I still want the wrist, shape the wrist, and the fingers a little bit, bend the fingers. This part of the fingers will be right here. Oops. I just hate that, the sound of breakage, even though I didn't break it. And the thumb is going to be covering a couple of fingers. Around the thumb a little bit. There we go, shaping up. I just want to clean the pencil marks here. Now at this angle, it's starting to look pretty decent. Starting to. Put a little kink right there where the wrist right here would be. I think we could probably take some of that out of there too. I think we had too much thumb. And see, the thing is, if we have too much wood, like right, let me get that out of there first. There's a little chisel here. See, if we have a little too much wood right here where the thumb is going to be. And that's where the finger is. We don't have to worry about any of that because it's going to be covered up by the stick. So whatever errors we have down here is going to be covered up by the stick. So I want to do what it takes to make it look right. Now the hand itself is sort of more at an angle like this. Okay. And then we want a little more fingers. Remember, we want that angle here, right where the hole is. That's this right here. I might have too much thumb. Have the thumb come in. So to eliminate some of that thumb, it's just to take a little, right where the bend is going to be right here. Shape the wrist a little better. Now if it's like this, then we got this bump here. Or not bump, but opposite of bump. Round it off a little bit. We're still rounding. So we're getting there. Then we can get the fingers in, put the fingers in later. Let's work on rounding it a little bit. Like I said, we're just getting started on the hands here. We're going to get to the dimensions, the full 100% dimensions a little later. Get away from it right now. I still say it is too big. It's way too big this way because you want the thumb to come in. Come in on the wrist. That's what's looking bad. There. Is that going to be a little better? Oops, is that getting to be a little better? Move at a different angle here. All of a sudden I'll be over here. Yeah, you see it? Alright, let's do the same thing here. Pencil first, pencil. Oh, before that we wanted to take this out of here. Clean it up. And then I think we want to we'll shrink it a little bit here. And I can get a bigger chisel in there. All right, pencil. Here's the holes of the fingers. I got to come up right here. Yeah, I have to make sure that I do that right. The tool. knife. Stop, cut carefully. Be careful where that hole is. Gonna have to probably make a little adjustments. Come at an angle. You know what I did wrong? What's got enough room? I wanted to bring this in. It might still be all right. Yeah, we're still all right. All right. Fingers down, wrist in. Take that finger. That would be the index finger. Rounding that off a bit. Get the boogers out of there. Rounding the thumb a little bit. Rounding the thumb going in. Bending the thumb, rounding or bending here. Putting that there. Rounding it off. Oh yeah, we want this to come in. And then rounding it. That don't look good. So, oops. There. See, I got a little too close with that. I gotta watch out for that. Yeah, same with that.